Paul and Silas in prison. Paul was in the Roman city of Philippi and had shown the power of Jesus to deliver a slave girl from an evil spirit that gave her the ability to tell fortunes. Her owners, who had made money from her fortune-telling, were furious. They stirred up an angry mob who dragged Paul and Silas before the local judges. They sentenced Paul and Silas to be beaten with rods across their backs and put into prison. Paul and Silas were severely flogged and thrown into prison. The jailer was threatened with death if they escaped, so he took no chances. He put them into the inner dungeon and clamped their feet into the stocks. Despite being in pain and treated very unfairly, around midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to the Lord. The other prisoners were listening to them. Suddenly, there was a great earthquake. The prison was shaken to its foundation, and all the doors flew open. The chains of every prisoner fell off. The horrified jailer woke up to see the prison doors wide open. He thought the prisoners must have gone or were trying to escape. Knowing that this would mean death for him, he decided to take his own life there and then. He drew his sword to kill himself. But Paul yelled to him, "Don't do it! We're all here!" Trembling with fear, the jailer called for lights and ran up to the dungeon and fell down before Paul and Silas. He begged them, "What must I do to be saved?" They replied, "Believe in the Lord Jesus, and you will be saved, and your entire household." Then they told him and all those living with him the good news about Jesus. Right away, the jailer washed Paul's and Silas's wounds. Then he and all of his family were baptized. The jailer then took Paul and Silas back to his house for a meal. The next morning, the city judges came to see Paul and Silas and begged them to leave Philippi. After saying goodbye to the new Christians in the city, Paul and Silas continued on their travels.